The Marksman stars Liam Neeson and it is in theaters. It's a film you can go see in theaters if you want to. In The Marksman, Liam Neeson plays an ex-Marine who is helping a young boy who is being hunted down by cartel assassins. January movie, first movie of 2021, and is off to a very rough start. To be completely honest, this movie was a waste of fucking time. I honestly thought about making a spoiler review just so I can go in depth about how much this movie makes no sense, but let me talk about what I like about this film. I enjoy watching Liam Neeson. I think he does a good job here, even though you can tell he's just cashing it in. I wish he would up the quality of films that he signs up for. I really wish he would because he's a really great actor. But hey, fuck it. A paycheck's a paycheck. I feel like the first 10 minutes of this movie was fine. Like, they were going somewhere with some things, and I was actually interested in some of the characters and some plot points, but then it just completely falls apart. I first want to say whoever is the head of marketing for this film should be in jail for fraud. This is fucking bullshit. This movie is not an action film. Liam Neeson has recently just cashed in on these action films ever since he was in Taken. And when you go in those movies, you expect just Liam Neeson to kill a bunch of fucking people. That is not the case here at all. There was an action sequence at the beginning of the movie that was like 3 minutes long. Then throughout the film, there's about 4 30-second sequences. And then there's a finale sequence. That is not action film. This movie is incredibly boring. This is one of the most boring films I've seen in a very long time. How can you say this movie's an action movie and sleep at night? That's ridiculous. And these action sequences were not even good or clever or even interesting. They're barely in the movie. It's called The Marksman, and he doesn't even do that much marksman shit. How can you be a producer of this movie and honestly tell an audience that this is an action film without laughing out loud? This movie just felt like a bunch of stupid plot points and sequences. And when I say sequences, I don't mean action sequences, but just a bunch of that put together in this movie. And then this movie just comes off as extremely messy and just extremely boring, like I said before. There are so many dumb plot points that happen in this movie. Characters do things or things sort of happen that would progress the plot forward, but it makes no sense. Our bad guys have to get somewhere, so let's literally have someone circle it on a map where they're supposed to go. It's fucking mind-blowing how dumb it is. I don't know what this movie's going for. I don't know if it's going for a realistic tale of a kid being chased by the cartel and this guy's gonna help him. Because if they're going for that, there is so much shit that happens in this movie that is completely unrealistic, and it took me out of the film. When I heard this was a Liam Neeson action movie about him killing cartel assassins, I was expecting him to go in and just fuck a bunch of people up. And that is not what happens at all. I think he kills maybe 4 people throughout this whole entire movie. And they said it's an action film. What? I really don't know who's going to enjoy this movie. I personally don't really like the Liam Neeson action films that he's recently made. I really like Taken, but everything else hasn't been very good. And I know that those films have a following. People like seeing Liam Neeson kick ass. But that doesn't happen here. So fans of that are going to be extremely bored and extremely pissed off. And then people like me who don't even like those movies are just going to be bored and be like, why the fuck did I waste 2 hours of my life? In the end, though, The Marksman was a complete waste of time. It was a film that I felt like didn't know what it wanted to be. It's not an action movie. It is not an action movie. It tries to be a serious tale about a kid running away from the cartel and this marksman guy's trying to save him, but it comes off as stupid because there's so much shit that happens in this movie that makes absolutely no sense and is completely unrealistic. Characters do things that make no sense, and things sort of just happen in this movie in very dumb ways to make the plot move forward. I'm going to give The Marksman 2 Davy Daves. There's points where characters needed things and they're like, nope, we don't fucking need this. Like, there's so much I really do want to talk about this film, but it'd be spoilers, and I really don't want to waste my time with a spoiler review. I've already wasted my time seeing this movie and then filming this, and I'm going to have to edit it. This movie's going to waste a few hours of my life, and I'm sick about it. So, The Marksman. Don't see this film. Just don't go see it. Let me know what movie you're excited about that's coming out soon. I'm curious to hear. Thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Davey Dave's Takes.